What's up, guys? How are you? Welcome into a Thursday morning episode of the Daily Juice Podcast. My name is Matt Peralt. You guys can follow me across all of my socials at Sports Talk Matt. This podcast is being brought to you by our friends at DraftKings. Okay, good night last night. We wind up with a 3-1 mark. Buffalo wins on the money line easily. The under comes in for the Bulls and the Bucks. That was a bit sweaty, but we get there. The Bama bet was dead wrong. That game flew over 180 points scored in that game, but Tyrese Halliburton comes in with under 17.5 points for that player prop. Now, if you're wondering where that player prop was, that was on the BettingPros app. Tonight, we will have multiple bets tonight on the BettingPros app. It's easy to download. It's free. And then go and search at Sports Talk Matt, and you can see the player props I have played and recommended for tonight for both the NBA and the NFL. Because it is a Thursday night football game, we will have additional thoughts and player props on tonight's live stream. It will hit you at 7:30 p.m., 4:30 Eastern, 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 p.m. Pacific time on the BettingPros YouTube channel with me breaking down Steelers and the Browns. Now, we'll have at least one player prop on the app for the NFL game and at least one player prop for the NBA. I will have two more player props for you on the live stream. And we'll talk about other ways we can play the game based upon line movement and how things are going to go tonight for the Browns and the Steelers. So I'm going to watch this closely. I want to watch line movement. If this thing goes down to 3, the sharp money keeps on coming in on the Browns, and we go to 3 for Pittsburgh -3, Cleveland catching 3, we're probably going to do a same game teaser and pull it up and go up to 9. Now, I may just do a teaser and tease it with something else. I may tie it to a game coming up this weekend in the NFL. I don't know yet. So live stream tonight, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time, 4:30 p.m. Pacific time on the BettingPros YouTube channel to come out and hang out and talk Browns and Steelers with me here coming up for tonight. So winning day on Monday, losing day on Tuesday, winning day on Wednesday. We are up for the week and we head towards a Thursday tonight. Before we give you the picks, let's talk about our friends at DraftKings. It's play $5, get $50 instantly in Pick6 credits. That offer is still available when you download a Pick6 app, the new app, and you set up for a new account with the code JUICE. You play $5, you get $50 instantly in Pick6 credits. We hit that last week. Somebody, one of you told me you got 6x your money on that. So if you played $50, when I gave it to you on Monday, you won $300. That's pretty good. It's not bad for Pick6 for DraftKings coming up. Just a 3-leg parlay with props that we can jump into. I'll have another one for those coming up next Monday night for us here for the DraftKings Pick6. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org in Connecticut. 18 plus in most jurisdictions, but age and other eligibility restrictions may apply. Valid only in jurisdictions where DraftKings Pick6 operates. Pick6 not available everywhere, including but not limited to New York and California, Ontario. Void where prohibited. If you guys want to do this, it's a $5 bet to win $50 issued in non-withdrawable Pick6 credits that expire in 30 days. For full terms, log on to pick6.draftkings.com/promos. Okay, so at least one NFL player prop and one NBA player prop will be on the BettingPros app later today. So do me a favor. Do not DM me, okay? Don't ask, Matt, where's the prop? We started this a couple of years ago where I'm going to ignore you. I'm not going to answer you, okay? So if you DM me on Discord, where are the props? I'm not answering, okay? The props will be up when the props go up. They may not go up when you like. They may go up later than you like, but they will be there before kickoff. I promise you, well before kickoff, 4 or 5 hours before kickoff tonight for Steelers and the Browns or the NBA game, whatever I decide to drop in for a player prop perspective, okay? So we hit last night with Tyrese Halliburton going under easily, 17.5 points. He had 4. Always fun when we get the easy, no sweat bets from a prop bet perspective. So, like I said, download the BettingPros app, search at Sports Talk Matt, and you can find at least 2 player props available. Then log on to the live stream. I'll give you 2 more coming up later on tonight for Browns Steelers, 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific on the BettingPros YouTube channel. So for tonight, let's talk about the Browns and the Steelers, the total. It's 36.5 and climbing. Look, primetime games have been under machines, okay? Sunday night more than Thursday night, but under machines. This total at 36.5, there is some light rain and light snow in the forecast. I don't think it's going to matter. We don't care about rain. We don't care about snow. We care about wind. When there's wind, we worry about the total. Wind gusts of over 15 miles per hour, we care. That is not in the forecast as of right now. If it changes, I may change the bet. But right now, that's not in the forecast. Pittsburgh is 5-5 total-wise. They are 3-3 against the AFC. They are 0-1 to the 1-0 to the under against the division. They've only played one divisional game. That was the last game out against the Baltimore Ravens. Went under by 14.5 points, but the total was 48.5, and we bet under because that total was way too high for the Ravens and the Steelers. We hit on that. Now, Cleveland is 6-4 to the under overall, but they're 3-2 to the under at home. They're 1-1 against the division. They are 4-1 to the under against the conference, but last game out against New Orleans, they scored 35. They gave up 35 points and lost 35-14 on the road. Game before that, 41.5 from a total perspective. The game went under by 4.5 points. 27-10 was the final. They lost that game, but that would have gone over the 36.5 points that we're sitting on here tonight. For Pittsburgh, ever since they got Russell Wilson to play quarterback for them, they've been scoring a ton of points, all right? 32, 37, 26, 28. They should have lost last week. They scored 18 points, all field goals. That was against the Ravens. I think they scored touchdowns here tonight against a pretty porous Cleveland defense that's been giving up some pretty big plays in the passing game, in particular last week. Running, passing, everything went negative for Cleveland defensively. Cleveland is giving up 4.8 yards per rush. That's 27th in the NFL. Pittsburgh can't run the ball, really. 4 yards a rush is 26th, but passing-wise, they're middle of the pack. Cleveland's pass defense is awful. 7.8 yards per pass play. That's 29th in the NFL. They're giving up 211 yards per game through the air. That's 16th. That's middle of the pack here for them. They have a decent sack percentage, but not outstanding. They're giving up 24.8 points per game. It's one of the worst in the NFL. That's 24th in the NFL here. Pittsburgh defense, the number 2 scoring defense in the NFL, but I think those numbers are a bit inflated based upon the level of competition that they played. I think Cleveland should be able to score here. Score enough to get the game to go over 36.5 points. I'm going to play the over. Over 36.5 points. Not a same game teaser, okay? Because I think the blowout potential is real. Pittsburgh might kill Cleveland. That's possible. Or Cleveland may just go ahead and score a ton of points on Pittsburgh, and this game gets a little bit kind of wonky, and we're like, what the heck happened, okay? I don't see a repeat for Pittsburgh where they kick 6 field goals. Just don't see it. Even on a short week, even on the road, against a divisional opponent. I think Pittsburgh scores touchdowns here tonight. I think Cleveland does as well. I think we're looking at a higher scoring game than we think. Both teams into the 20s. We're going over 36.5 for that. Hold on. Let me go grab. I got to grab the slide. Sorry about that. There's the slide. Over 36.5 points for Browns and the Steelers for 1.1 units. Now, the second bet that I'll give you here on the podcast is a basketball bet. We got schooled last night in basketball. I'm going to go back to basketball. Oregon State. This is a big rivalry game. Used to be a conference game. It's not anymore. Another first-time road trip. It's a short one, but hostile environment. Big Civil War implications here with Oregon State. This game is in Corvallis. Oregon had to go to overtime against Portland at home. They won 80-70. That's worrisome. Oregon State is 4-0. Oregon is 4-0. Not extraordinarily difficult opponents for Oregon State. I don't think we know much about Oregon State. However, this is going to be a rocking environment for Wayne Tinkle's team. I love Dana Altman, covered him for years. Love his style, but Oregon State at home is a tough place to play. And Oregon State, according to KenPom, they'll lose this game by 4. This number is 6. Opened up at 6.5. It's currently 6. Offensively, Oregon has a top 50 efficient offense, which is typical for Dana Altman. But they're 130th in effective field goal percentage. They're 244th in three-point percentage, and they're outside the top 60 for two-point percentage. On the flip side, Oregon State's defense is 78th in efficiency, 4th in effective field goal percentage, 14th in three-point defense, 28th in two-point defense. I don't know how many points Oregon is going to score tonight against Oregon State. On the flip side, Oregon's defense is tremendous. 24th in defensive efficiency, 54th in effective field goal percentage defensively, 38th in three-point percentage defensively. You're making a great case for the under, right? This is an under play. Maybe. It's pretty low. I'm not really comfortable coming in and laying the under in this game. I think the better play, though, is just going to be to take the dog, to take the points, to take the +6 here for Oregon State. Again, it's a 4-point win according to KenPom. I just think Oregon State, with the home crowd behind them, I think they're going to ride the emotion here. First time on the road this year for Oregon into an extremely hostile environment. Not a good situation at all here. I'm taking the points. Oregon State +6 at home up against Oregon. All right, so 2 plays for us here on the podcast. Steelers-Brown over 36.5 and Oregon State +6. NFL and NBA player prop on the BettingPros app by searching @SportsTalkMatt. And then the live stream will hit you at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific time for more player props and maybe even a same-game teaser based upon how the line moves, what happens. I may add on to it. We may go over 36.5 and a same-game teaser, but we'll see how it all plays out tonight for the line move as it all plays out as we head towards Steelers and Browns tonight on Thursday Night Football. My name is Matt Peralt. Follow me across all my socials @SportsTalkMatt. Every morning, it's the Daily Juice Podcast, presented by DraftKings.